Not only did, not only did Suge Knight say that Ray J allegedly unalive Whitney Houston during survival. And we are going to get to the bottom of this. Shout out to everybody in the building. You know what I mean? Salute to you all. Salute to the lounge. Beautiful Pills of Bible, Tammy. You know what I'm saying? Indicted to live today. This is very sad. And I'm so glad that Orlando Brown is stepping up during survival. Orlando Brown been crying out for a long, long time, and everybody been saying, oh, Orlando Brown just talking. Orlando Brown just high on crack. He's smoking out of Pepsi cans. Spell survival. But Orlando Brown just revealed, he just revealed that Ray J had turned him out when he was 13 years old. Pure survival. So if he's saying that Ray J sold him drugs, allegedly, got him high at 13 years old, and he said that Diddy Glover gave him the Oshkosh Goulash during survival. So now we know that this happened when Orlando Brown was still a minor. When he still was a minor. And I'm so glad that Orlando Brown and his funny shaped head is going to go to Diddy's trial to allegedly testify that whatever drugs that Ray J allegedly sold him or got him high off, he got Whitney Houston high off this same thing, and Suge Knight said it too. I've been hearing these rumors for the longest, Ray J. Pure Bible. And Suge Knight said that you and Diddy Glover were lovers during survival, that y'all were lovers. Orlando Brown said that Ray J provided the drugs for Diddy and Cassie during survival. And he's willing to testify, Ray J. Ray J talking about he gonna go to Diddy's trial buck ass naked. This is why you've been defending Diddy Glover. You knew it was deeper than rap, Ray J. Pure Bible. You knew that this was going to come out. He was wrong. And I'm supporting Orlando Brown. Everybody smash that like button for Orlando Brown. Pure Bible. He been telling us about these demons for years.
So what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag.
Wow. Wow. 13 years old. And Orlando Brown, funny shaped head, just said that Ray J was the dope man. Pure survival. Allegedly, Ray J got everybody in Hollywood high. We're talking about Moesha's brother, Brandy's brother. Ray J, you knew that you had this on your heart, Pure survival. And you need to do the right thing, Ray J. You were very connected to Diddy Glover. This boy was 13 years old and you getting him high and smashing this boy. Pure survival.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag.
Wow. Wow. Everybody got to smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button for Orlando Brown for being honest, having the courage. You can only imagine what they did to him at 13. This is why he was turned out. Pure survival. You see, he just said that Ray J sold Whitney Houston the death bag. The death bag. That's crazy.
Hey, you are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man.
You hear that? He said he was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. Pure survival. This is why Ray J want to show up to Diddy's trial buck ass naked. Because he's afraid that they're going to call him next week. But you remember they got the drug mule. Diddy Glover had the white boy as the drug mule, the basketball player. Pure survival. This is why Ray J was trying to leave the country. Because now Orlando Brown is saying that He was also Diddy's drug mule. Damn, this is deep. This is deep, guys. We got it, man. This is deep.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I should see a preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the Kingpin. Oh, are you the Kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself.
Wow. So Orlando Brown said, you the Kingpin? Oh, you just let me know. You giving Orlando Brown more information to go and testify. Because Ray J running around admitting, trying to brag, talking about I am the motherfucking drug kingpin, pure survival. This is on the dead homies. Ray J, I'm telling you right now, Orlando Brown has enough information, and like he said, you incriminated yourself during survival. Rest in peace to Whitney Houston. I've been hearing these rumors, Ray J, but I didn't know whether it was true or false, pure survival. So for Orlando Brown to come out and not be afraid to say that all you got to do, Ray J, is say if you allegedly was getting high with her and you might have had something that was laced during survival, but now trying to leave the country, now that everybody, look, you got Kanye West showing up at Diddy Glover's freak-off trial, pure survival, because his name was mentioned. All of these people are going down, and now you got Orlando Brown telling. Orlando Brown Ben said that Diddy had all these celebrities smashing him. Y'all thought he was crazy, but Orlando Brown knew what he was talking about, pure survival.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know? You the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I should see a preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the Kingpin. Oh, are you the Kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself. Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J?
So Ray J is talking about going to Diddy Glover's trial, buck ass naked. Now that he's seen Kanye West going there, Ray J feels like if he goes naked, he can plead some kind of insanity. Bible. That's not going to get you insanity, Ray J. You knew what you were doing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? When you was a young boy running around with the drugs and doing all that stuff in Hollywood, Bible. So you can go to Diddy's trial and strip buck ass naked. They will lock you up, wiener dangling and all. The goddamn, this is why you said the goddamn, what if he got the Galian Nation or something that's after him? Because they found out that you and Diddy was lovers. Ray J was going to come out sooner or later. Pure survival. And for you getting him high at 13, that is sad. A 13-year-old boy, what did you have in common with him, pure survival, other than taking advantage of the boy? This is why he's so thrown off, pure survival. I believe every word Orlando Brown is saying. Smash that like button, pure survival. Let's hear what Ray J did to him at 13 again. This is crazy.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know? You the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I should see a preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the Kingpin. Oh, are you the Kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself. Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, why would you say you want to go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, you saying stuff like that so it would be inadmissible in court. You understand? Your dog is cute.
See, Orlando Brown said that Ray J is trying to say and do these things so it can be admissible in court. So he's trying to act out. This is why he's been acting out during survival. First, he tried to run and leave the country. Now he's trying to do some type of insanity, to plead insanity. When I know that they probably had Whitney's family up there, Suge Knight already said that you allegedly had something to do with it. That's why you've been bandwagon for Diddy Glover, goddamn Ray J. You and Kanye West knew this was coming down the pike.
Naked Ray J. Ray J, you saying stuff like that so it would be inadmissible in court. You understand? Your dog is cute.
You look like you want to play on West
But you know, you got to be very, very careful with, how you play, Ray J. You just saying that kind of stuff so you can be found inadmissible in court. Okay? That's all you want to be inadmissible in court. You want to be deemed uncredible as a witness. So you're saying things like, oh, I'm gonna go show up butt naked and I was the kingpin.
Okay, so Ray J was supposed to be one of Diddy's witnesses. All right, he was trying to go stand up for Diddy Glover, and I bet you them feds said, Ray J, we allegedly feel like you got something to do with Whitney Houston, pure survival. So Ray J was bandwagon with Diddy, thinking that was going to get him out of shit, but then I think he implicated himself. Wow, shout out to Orlando Brown. Now they got Orlando Brown testifying against Ray J, and Suge Knight said the same thing. Why did Suge Knight say that you had something to do with Whitney Houston if it's not true? Suge Knight said the same thing right here. Pure survival.
Some facts. Whitney Houston is on your hands. I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used a term that Brandy's little brother bringing me drugs and doing drugs with me.
Wow. Do you hear that? Suge Knight knew that this was coming. Everybody got to smash that like button. Suge Knight said when he looked at Whitney Houston and talked to her, she said she didn't even say Ray J's name at the time. Pure survival. She said Brandy's brother had been selling me drugs. So if Orlando Brown's lying, pure survival, why did Suge Knight say the same thing, Ray J? Pure survival.
Some facts. Whitney Houston is on your hands. I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used a term that Brandy's little brother bringing me drugs and doing drugs with me.
Wow.
Brandy's little brother trying to kiss me and do drugs with me.
Wow. Brandy's little brother is trying to kiss on me and do drugs with me. This is sad. You know what I'm saying? And he said that Whitney felt like her life was going down the drain, pure survival, because we know she was suffering with, a drug, abuse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Ray J allegedly was hanging around her. You know what I'm saying? Trying to boost up her self-esteem, but trying to clap her cheeks at the same time, allegedly trying to get her high. This is what Orlando Brown's saying. This is what a lot of people said, Ray J. Now I'm looking at you very different. Pure survival.
Some facts. Whitney Houston is on your hands. I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used a term that Brandy's little brother bringing me drugs and doing drugs with me. Brandy's little brother trying to kiss me and do drugs with me. Next thing you know, she's dead.
Wow.
You brag about all these phone calls recorded. You brag about how Snoop tell you and told you he's a part of the people who put bread to kill Pac. That's why I say don't mention Tupac's name in none of your interviews.
Wow, and Suge Knight said you don't be mentioning what you call him name in your interviews when you allegedly was hanging around with people who supposed to kill Tupac. Ray J, your name is mixed into too many things. And this is why Suge Knight said that you and Diddy was lovers. This was a whole setup. You was a demon since a little kid, Ray J. Pure the Bible. Just say that they turned you out. You know what I'm saying? Suge Knight said you and Diddy were lovers. Right here.
Diddy and Ray J were lovers. Is that what you said? Ray J.
I said Ray J and Puffy was lovers.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that well known?
Of course.
Wow.
Diddy and Ray J were lovers. Is that what you said? Ray J.
I said Ray J and Puffy was lovers.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that well known?
Of course.
Wow. So it was well known, Ray J. Everybody knew back in the day you and Diddy were lovers. So it's all starting to make sense. This is why you got mad at Suge Knight for telling everybody that y'all were lovers. And you knew Orlando Brown was going to testify. This is crazy, guys.
And now Suge trying to say that me and Puffy are lovers, and that me and Puffy are lovers, bro. Really? That's how low you want to go, Suge? Me and Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro. That's on the dead homies, bro. Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That's what Suge trying to say. Now, anyway, Suge's.
Now, I need everybody in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy and Ray J were lovers. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that they were lovers. That Diddy was just grooming and smashing him during survival and using him as a drug mule. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody think y'all were lovers, Ray J. Everybody think that y'all made love.
And now Suge trying to say that me and Puffy are lovers, and that me and Puffy are lovers, bro. Really? That's how low you want to go, Suge? Me and Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro. That's on the dead homies, bro. Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That's what Suge trying to say. Now, anyway, Suge's disappointing me and let me know that Suge's a complete cunt. I never thought that I would publicly say that Suge's a cunt because I've always had.
So do y'all think that Ray J's saying that he disappointed him because he's outing you, Ray J? He's calling you out. Suge Knight is not going to get no less time by telling the world the truth about you. Pure survival. If Suge Knight wanted to get out early, all he had to do was testify against Diddy Glover. Pure survival. I'm sure the feds said to Suge Knight, look, if you can tell us something about Diddy Glover, you know what I mean, we'll let you out of jail. Suge Knight chose not to testify. Pure survival. But Orlando Brown is going to testify, sir. So I believe everything Suge Knight is saying, Ray J. Pure survival. And you just mad at Suge Knight because he's exposing you. He may feel bad about the Whitney Houston thing, sir, and it's eating him up in the cell during survival.
And now Suge trying to say that me and Puffy are lovers, and that me and Puffy are lovers, bro. Really? That's how low you want to go, Suge? Me and Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro. That's on the dead homies, bro. Ray J and Puffy are lovers, bro.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That's what Suge trying to say. Now, anyway, Suge's disappointing me and let me know that Suge's a complete cunt. I never thought that I would publicly say that Suge's a cunt because I've always had Suge's back, and I don't mean ass. Unbelievable, Suge. Like, for you to showcase how dirty and dark you are, and I've been supporting you even through the dark times, and now you want to...
And that's the funny part. If Suge Knight is so ugly and so dark, why were you supporting him, Ray J? It sounds like you're not supporting him because the truth has been coming out about you during survival. This is why Brandy don't even want nothing to do with you. Moesha don't want nothing to do with you. I heard that you allegedly sabotaged your sister's reality show or her TV show, Pure Survival, for yourself. You've been sacrificing people, Ray J. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit here and lie.
Unbelievable, Suge. Like for you to showcase how dirty and dark you are, and I've been supporting you even through the dark times, and now you wanna like disrespect the agency and say that I'm doing gay shit when you know I'm not, and if you're not, the agency mad because they like, damn, he's saying you doing gay shit, bro. And if you are, and I didn't tell the agency, bro, they gonna take me, bro.
Wow. So here's my thing. Shout out to the LBG community, pure survival. Now, if you're not gay, because we know it's not really about that, Ray J. We really care about this mysterious death of Whitney Houston, pure survival. It was very mysterious. Same way as Kim Porter, pure survival. And then you are defending Diddy Glover. And Diddy Glover knew, to me, how to make people disappear like a magic trick, pure survival. So we know that you know these same tactics, Ray J. And then you talk about the agency. You started a whole gay gang, Ray J, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? To take and hold people and probably put them behind trash cans and clap their cheeks. Pin them down and clap their cheeks, Ray J. Pure survival. Now you afraid that the agency is going to clap your cheeks because they found out that you and Diddy was going steady. Pure survival. I know the agency been knew that you went that way, Ray J. Pure survival. You think they gonna be hanging around you, them transformers, and they didn't know that you was like with the shits, Ray J? Pure survival, the agency already knew. They was waiting for it to come out, Ray J. Pure survival. You know, so you can stop sitting there lying. The agency probably laughing like, man, we've been passing Ray J around like a goddamn Dutch master. Pure survival.
And dark you are, and I've been supporting you even through the dark times, and now you wanna like disrespect the agency and say that I'm doing gay shit when you know I'm not, and if you're not, the agency mad because they like, damn, he's saying you doing gay shit, bro. And if you are, and I didn't tell the agency, bro, they gonna take me, bro. If I tell my gay friends that I've been gay and I ain't gay and I lied to them, bro, you know what's gonna happen to me? Bro, it ain't gonna look good, bro.
Now put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Ray J's lying. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he's telling the truth. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe that the agency already knew that Ray J done had him a boyfriend or 2 or 3 in his lifetime. Pure survival. I believe the agency been knew about you, Ray J. Pure survival. So you want to sit here and pretend that you embarrassed and trying to talk about Suge Knight. The rumors of you and Diddy Glover being lovers as a kid, you should just lie. Pure survival. Look at Usher. Usher ain't saying nothing. Usher never denied having to fight and scramble and scrape over motherfucking Frosted Flakes with Diddy Glover. Pure survival. You see, Usher and his Super Bowl skates knew not to say nothing. But a person who has been speaking out, pure survival, has been Orlando Brown. And everybody was laughing at Orlando Brown, calling him drug addicts and shit, pure survival. And you probably was the one keeping Orlando Brown high. So people would not listen or take him serious. Orlando Brown sound like he know exactly what he talk about right in that damn video, pure survival. He sound like he got a clear mind and he know he ready to testify, Ray J. So the lies is up, sir.
They mad because they like, damn, he's saying you doing gay shit, bro. And if you are, and I didn't tell the agency, bro, they gonna take me, bro. If I tell my gay friends that I've been gay and I ain't gay and I lied to them, bro, you know what's gonna happen to me? Bro, it ain't gonna look good, bro. So you got my whole agency team questioning like what I'm doing, bro. You know what's up. You know you the one should. Should.
And the way he's talking about the agency is like they're all going to go into him raw with no baby oil, pure survival, or no Vaseline. Is that what you saying, Ray J? When they clap your cheeks this time, pure survival, they are going in raw, no lotion, no baby oil, no Astroglide, pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to be going back to back. All right, it's your turn. They're going to be doing you just like they were doing motherfucking Diddy's sex workers. Motherfucking, what's the girl? Jackie Chan daughter. I mean, Jackie Chan daughter. Prince of Bible. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's sex worker. You making it like them boys is going to run into you without no lotion. You know what I mean? They're going to do it real dry. Shout out to the 1,100 people in the building, man. We are surviving Ray J and his alleged sick, heinous acts. Pure survival. Smash that like button, everybody.
Man, because they like, damn, he's saying you doing gay shit, bro. And if you are, and I didn't tell the gay agency, bro, they gonna take me, bro. If I tell my gay friends that I've been gay and I ain't gay and I lied to them, bro, you know what's gonna happen to me? Bro, it ain't gonna look good, bro. So you got my whole agency team questioning like what I'm doing, bro. You know what's up. You know you the one Suge. Suge, okay. Remember, all right, I'm only gonna say this because I don't wanna talk, I don't wanna say too much.
Look, he's so embarrassed in court in his lies. You can tell even Ray J's response doesn't, it sound like he's lying. He grabbing his motherfucking head and all that shit, pure survival. Like he trying to think of what to say next. You are caught. The gay agency know, the YouTube motherfucking community know Ray J pure survival. How do we all know? And you acting like the gay agency did not know that Diddy was clapping your cheeks. Pure survival. How are you acting like that, Ray J? When you made fun of Diddy when he first got locked up, and then out of nowhere, you run around talking about free Diddy because you was afraid that this was going to come up. You thought that Diddy was going to tell that you was a drug mule for him, and then you allegedly was involved with Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what's true or not, but I do believe Orlando Brown and other people in these rumors and Suge Knight, Pure Survival. I don't think they got no reason to put somebody's like a body on you. You know what I'm saying? Like Ray J, you need to go to repent. It's time to pay the piper, Ray J. And I'm not talking about the drug addicts, Pure Survival.
Okay. Remember, all right, I'm only gonna say this because I don't want to talk. I don't want to say too much. Reach out for 30. The agency, yeah. I don't know if y'all remember when I entered into the news game last year, but now I'm an official affiliate for multiple news networks. I have my own news show. It's called The Reality Check. Me and Amber Rose just closed a new big deal with a multimedia news firm, so we'll be the new anchors of some mainstream shit happening, right? But if you remember, I said asses are being taken. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. I said that on the national news. That shit went viral. And guess what? Niggas thought I was talking about Diddy. That's why I got...
Put a 1 in the chat if Ray J lying his ass off. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all believe him. You remember, and I said this before, when Ray J said that asses was being taken, he was talking about Diddy Glover taking people's tasty cakes, pure survival, unraveling their tasty cakes and taking a butter knife and putting margarine all on somebody's tasty cakes, Ray J. Pure survival. You said that tasty cakes were being taken and you were disrespecting Diddy Glover. And Diddy Glover was like, oh, this motherfucker was selling drugs, doing all kinds of shit. This was my old little girlfriend, pure survival. So Diddy was in the jail like, goddamn. You know, and talk to his sons, and them boys ran up on you. Little King Combs ran up on you. Tell me, right there, I thought I told you this ain't no Diddy. You talk about my dad when you sold drugs to Whitney Houston, and she died, and you know that my dad knows, and you want to talk about my dad. How could it? Didn't I say right there, you don't say no Diddy. If we find out you talk about my dad, and you don't want to talk about what you did to Whitney Houston, and you sold drugs, and you were a drug mule for my dad, and they ran up on you and scared the hell out of you, Ray J. Pure survival. That was Diddy Glover's freak-off twin, King Combs, when he was talking to you. You know what I'm saying? This boy is sitting here lying, talking about he wasn't talking about Diddy when he was talking about asses being taken, Pure survival. But his sons ran up on him and scared the hell out of Ray J, Pure survival. None of the gay agency motherfuckers wanted to stand up or nothing. The gay agency started grabbing their purses and everything. They running. King Kong like, get back. You get over here. Give me your purse. You talk about my dad. I don't give a fuck. The gay agency know that Ray J was disrespecting my dad. Even the gay agency was running from King Kong's long Tootsie Roll neck. Ray J, Pure survival.
With a multimedia news firm, so we'll be the new anchors of some mainstream shit happening, right? But if you remember, I said asses are being taken. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. I said that on the national news. That shit went viral. And guess what? Niggas thought I was talking about Diddy. That's why I got into it with his sons, because they come press me. I'm like, bro, mind y'all business. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Nigga, I'm talking about Suge, bro. I'm talking about Suge take.
And he never told King Combs to mind his business. He was scared to death when that boy was like, Ray J, I told you, you got one more time to talk about Mada. I'm going to go see Brandy. We're going to clap her cheeks. If you say one more thing about Mada, I don't care about the agency. No Diddy. I said, don't talk about my Mada. You didn't talk to them boys like that, Ray J. Pure survival. Let's get them likes up.
In ways that nobody can explain. I said that on the national news. That shit went viral. And guess what? Niggas thought I was talking about Diddy. That's why I got into it with his sons, because they come press me. I'm like, bro, mind y'all business. Y'all don't even know who I'm talking about. Nigga, I'm talking about Suge, bro. I'm talking about Suge taking niggas, not Diddy. Suge is a big ass raper taker for men, bro. I mean, a real taker. And
so he's saying that Suge Knight is the real taker, the real ass taker. But then you were just saying that you ride for Suge Knight and all of that stuff. Now you saying he's the ass taker and the biscuit butterer because he exposed you. And this is why you've been running around talking about free Diddy, because you knew Orlando Brown was going to expose you during survival. This is why you came up. Ray J was just running around talking about no free Diddy and all this shit, and then try to lead the country.
He joins me exclusively for his first interview since the trial began. Ray J, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
A lot of people have been waiting to hear what you have to say since this trial commenced. So let me just start by asking you that very question. It's been running now for several weeks. What is your view of how this case is going?
I think it's kind of becoming a circus, and with all the allegations, and now with everybody explaining like what's happening in the bedroom. I mean, every day it just sounds crazier.
Now he worried about people talking about what's happening in the bedroom. Pure survival. Ray J, you see how you got your tongue out your mouth, pure survival? They are saying allegedly this is what you were doing to Diddy's tasty cakes. You taking that little tongue, look at that tongue right there, pure survival. That's what he was doing. He was blowing holes in Diddy's butt crack, pure survival. And Diddy was sitting there like, oh, I like that, Ray J. Oh, my God, I like that, Ray J. Look how you do that tongue. Pure survival. Do the Kim Kardashian assy on me, goddamn Ray J. Pure survival. That's how Diddy was saying to this boy. So you sit there now talking about people bedrooms because you and Diddy's secret gay love affair finally came to light. Pure survival.
Going.
I think it's kind of becoming a circus, and with all the allegations, and now with everybody explaining like what's happening in the bedroom. I mean, every day it just sounds crazier and crazier and freakier and weirder, right? And I'm like trying to understand. With all this being said, like with Kid Cudi going on and saying everything that happened, but then ended up saying Cassie played both of us. It's like, where are we trying to go? Are we just trying to like tell all of these crazy stories and then that equals out to sex trafficking? I mean,
put a one in the chat if y'all think Ray J is full of shit and he's trying to defend himself, pure survival. And his lips is getting more dry and ashy every time he tell a lie. Pure survival. Look at his lips drying up. That motherfucker's running out of lies and his lips is getting dry. Pure survival. Like he ate a goddamn powdered donut without no milk. Look at the motherfucker. Pure survival. We are surviving Ray J's dry, ashy lips, sitting up there lying, and don't nobody believe you. Salute to Nashasha. Just hit that motherfucker super chat, Pure Survival. Happy Father's Day, Jamil, always. Thank you so much. And yes, for all the men in the building, happy Father's Day, Pure Survival. And happy Father's Day to the mothers that don't like to give men credit on Father's Day. You know how you got the moms be like, I don't give a fuck. Father's Day is shit. It's my day too. I got Mother's Day and I got Father's Day. Pure survival. He ain't did a damn thing for his kids. So Father's Day, I'm taking that too. Pure survival. So happy Father's Day to everyone. And yes, Jamil is a father, Doris Survival. I've been a father since I was 17 years old. So thank y'all for the Father's Day wishes. But let's get back to this ashy glazed donut lip motherfucker. Sitting here lying, trying to take up for Diddy Glover because you are caught and Orlando Brown is telling all pure survival, Reggie.
Like, where are we trying to go? Are we just trying to like tell all of these crazy stories and then that equals out to sex trafficking? I mean, it's starting to become outrageous. It's a RICO case. It's really only Diddy and maybe one other person. Like, I'm just starting to feel uncomfortable and I'm starting to feel weird about this whole thing.
Well, it was certainly interesting last week when I interviewed this guy.
Now he's starting to feel uncomfortable and weird about the whole thing. Why do y'all think Ray J's starting to feel uncomfortable and weird? Because he knows that his time is coming. That's why when you talk about how come it's only Diddy, Ray J, they're not saying it's only Diddy no more. Your name is coming up, sir.
To sex trafficking, I mean, it's starting to become outrageous. It's a RICO case. It's really only Diddy and maybe one other person. Like, I'm just starting to feel uncomfortable and I'm starting to feel weird about this whole thing.
Well, it was certainly interesting.
So why he ain't feel weird and uncomfortable when Orlando Brown, when Diddy first got locked up? You know what I'm saying? Ray J, did you give Orlando Brown the Oshkosh Goulash? Pure survival. I know if you and Diddy was making love and y'all were lovers, he taught you how to do the Oshkosh Goulash. Pure survival. And Orlando Brown described that sex position so well because I never heard of the Oshkosh Goulash. Pure survival. I'm like, what the fuck is the Oshkosh Goulash? My woman asked me to do it on her one time. Pure survival. I said, I don't know what the fuck to do. I went and got dishwashing liquid. Pure survival. You know what I mean? Got some gloves. I didn't know how to start. How do you do the Oshkosh motherfucking goulash? I got some goddamn chicken, some flour. I started frying chicken. I'm like, maybe this will start it off. This boy knew what he was talking about, y'all.
We trying to shake up the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do some real shit out here. You know what I mean? I got my Diddy mode. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo, Diddy, you gave me the Oshkosh Goulash. You gave me the Oshkosh Muaf, the Swoosh. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? I mean, you gave me the Oshkosh Goulash. I love it, yo.
I love it, yo. You gave me the Oshkosh Goulash Moulash. I love it, yo. And then Orlando Brown hair turned green during survival. So you know that's a lot of drugs, it's a lot of sex, it's a lot of weird shit till anytime the boy's hair turned green.
We trying to shake up the world, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do some real shit out here. You know what I mean? I got my Diddy mode. I'm sorry, I started licking my lip.
And look at him. Orlando Brown went and got a nose ring. He didn't have this in the motherfucking That's So Raven, Pure Survival. He started having all the hoops and everything like that. Y'all turned him out as a minor, Ray J, Pure Survival. I believe what this boy is saying. Look at all the medallions and things dangling from, he got all them earrings dangling from his motherfucking head. Soon as Orlando Brown went and got rehab, like how Cassie did, Pure Survival, now he's speaking out. And he is exposing you, Ray J. I know you gave that boy the Oshkosh motherfucking goulash. Press a Bible.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the Oshkosh Goulash. You gave me the Oshkosh Muaf, the Swoosh. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? I mean, you gave me the Oshkosh Goulash. I love it, yo.
I love it, yo. Ray J, I don't think this boy lying. 13 years old.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Wow. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man.
Why would Orlando Brown say all of that? You were the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. So tell me, y'all, is Ray J working with the feds, Pure Survival? How come they didn't take him down already? Or you know what I mean? That's why I said, when Orlando Brown said that he going to the courthouse buck ass naked, we going back to the Diddy trial this week. If Ray J show up naked trying to plead insanity, it's going to look crazy on you, Ray J. That's not going to help you. He said you were the dope man, sir.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag.
Wow.
Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I should see the preview of it. Talking about some, I'm the Kingpin. Oh, are you the Kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself. Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, why would you say you want to go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J?
Can y'all tell me why do Ray J think that that's going to help him if he goes to Diddy trial buck ass naked, pure survival, smelling like shit? How do he think that that's going to help him? When we already see you were going crazy talking about free Diddy because you knew this was happening, Ray J. You knew this was coming. And now I'm not surprised. I'm just happy that Orlando Brown is stepping up to get this out of his system. You know what I'm saying? Like he been talking about this for a long time.
Yo, I'm not gonna be long on here. I just need just to clip this on Instagram real quick. I ain't gonna be on here long. I know it's early in the morning, but I'm a petty motherfucker when he's petty with me. If I think he gonna say some shit about me and I ain't gonna go crazy and respond, then don't think that it's okay, because I'm petty as fuck. I'm petty as fuck. Niggas mad at me because I'm supporting Diddy. Niggas got weird ass shit to say about me supporting Puff.
They wasn't mad at you for supporting Diddy Glover. Pure survival. People were confused, Ray J, because you was going at Diddy at first. So it made people like, oh, wasn't he talking bad about Diddy Glover? Didn't he say butt cheeks was being taken? Now why is he all of a sudden trying to be on Diddy Glover's side? Because you knew it was going to come out. Kanye West was sitting there letting his wife get her cheeks clapped, allegedly, pure survival. They said it was 7 other celebrities that was in the room watching Kanye West's wife get pounded out by 16 anacondas, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? That came out in Diddy trial. And what did Kanye West do? He showed up to the courthouse, pure survival, like he ran the goddamn courthouse. Like he finally had sense. First, he came in a Klansmember outfit with his Michael Myers boots. Pure survival. The judge said, hell no. All of that mud and dookie you got under them damn Michael Myers boots, you ain't coming in this courthouse. Pure survival. So Kanye West came the next day with all white on. You know what I'm talking about? Like Diddy mom make them freak off mermaids their nails. He came in all fucking white. Ray J. Now you talking about coming buck ass naked. Y'all are all going crazy in Hollywood because y'all know the truth is coming out.
Clip this on Instagram real quick. I ain't gonna be on here long. I know it's early in the morning, but I'm a petty motherfucker when he's petty with me. If I think he gonna say some shit about me and I ain't gonna go crazy and respond, then don't think that it's okay, because I'm petty as fuck. I'm petty as fuck. Niggas mad at me because I'm supporting Diddy. Niggas got weird ass shit to say about me supporting Puff.
And I give Kanye West props though, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. No matter what little secrets and sneaky shit he got going on of why he went to Diddy's trial to try to, at least he's the only one. Where is Rick Ross and his boobs at? Oh, we know. I told y'all that they found 3 to 4 naked chicken bones. Naked Wingstop chicken bones, pure survival, with his fat fingerprints all over them chicken bones that was in the freak-off dungeon. Pure survival. When they raided Diddy Glover's freak-off dungeon, they almost tripped over one of Rick Ross's Wingstop naked chicken bones. Oh, you don't want to tell nobody about that, do you, Ricky? Oh, ain't nobody want to go defend Diddy Glover but Kanye West. So I do give him props, pure survival, for not being afraid. But now Ray J want to go and play like he one of the homeless people out there, laying out there buck ass naked, Pure Survival, to try to plead old sanity. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Orlando Brown. I knew he was going to finally come forth because he's been talking about this shit for a long time. Pure the Bible of these Hollywood sacrifices and freak off pandas that they allegedly stick inside of your tasty cakes. Orlando Brown been saying this, Ray J. He just ain't say your name. And now he's coming forth like, oh, Ray J, one of the big Don Dada drug dealer motherfuckers out there. Pure the Bible that's been stringing these young kids in Hollywood and so other celebrities and Diddy Glover's freak off drug mule. This is crazy. Shout out to Orlando Brown.
You know, and there's no discipline. There's no way for people to grow up in our world and in our society without understanding how many people don't really care about our society. And these are the higher ups. Like you have the Muslim nation, for instance.
And this is when he was saying it. The higher up people. Ray J, you know these people that Orlando Brown was talking about right here. You probably was afraid he was going to snitch back then. Pure survival. You was afraid Orlando Brown was going to expose you. And now he is right after Suge Knight did. Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. This is very deep of what these kids go through in Hollywood. Pure survival.
You know, the most prominent nation, but they marry 14-year-old girls and 12-year-old little girls. To death. And nobody's saying shit about that, though. Nobody's talking about that. They're running around in their gold Benzes and shit. And they have all this gold on and all this shit. But what about them girls you killed?
What about them girls you killed? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe what Orlando Brown is saying right here. This is very deep during survival. This is very deep. I knew that boy was not saying this for no reason during survival. He was saying about these demonic Illuminati people marrying their own daughters and the girls and people being killed and all that. He wasn't saying this for nothing.
Death. And nobody's saying shit about that, though. Nobody's talking about that. They're running around in their gold Benzes and shit. And they have all this gold on and all this shit. But what about them girls you killed? What about the little girls that you done buried and shit? Calling them your wives and it was really your daughters.
Wow.
See, we didn't come to play today.
Wow.
We didn't come to play, bro.
So it's safe to say, in a lot of your viral interviews from the past, some of your best interviews, the most viewed interviews, a lot of that you were putting on for a character, but you were giving us little seeds of the truth every time.
No, there's no characters. There's no. It's what did they want from me?
Exactly. And I take it when he say, what did they want from me? That he wasn't allowed to be saying the things that he was saying during survival. So now I know it's people like Ray J and other people that'll send around him. No, get him high. We're going to make it like Orlando Brown's on drugs. We're going to put, do all these things to him to make it like he crazy so we wouldn't find out what was going on. Pure survival. Everybody smash that like button. This is deep.
What did they want to see? They label it whatever they want to label it. That's why I don't care. They can label me whatever they want to label me. You can't put me in a box. It's the Holy Spirit.
Wow.
By any means necessary, it's going to shine bright. By any means necessary. I've been arrested, set up, damn near almost killed every damn day.
And somebody tell me that. Why was he arrested? Why was he being set up? Why was he almost killed every damn day? Pure survival. Because he was in Hollywood as a young kid and he knew too much during survival. Now the feds know everything that's going on, so they can't unalive him right now, pure survival, because Diddy Glover done blew up the freak off Hollywood spot, pure survival. So they're paying attention. But I knew that this boy wasn't just saying this shit for nothing.
They can label me whatever they want to label me. You can't put me in a box. It's the Holy Spirit. By any means necessary, it's going to shine bright. By any means necessary. I've been arrested, set up, damn near almost killed every damn day. But it's how you maneuver it. It's the Holy Spirit. It has nothing to do with what they want to label me as. They know who I am. They know what I'm capable of.
Wow.
They want to play with themselves. Oh, well, he's talking to code. No, nigga. I said I'm not giving my asshole up.
Wow.
That's not a code. Ain't no code to that. I'm not bending on even no couches. Y'all niggas ain't running up my asshole.
Wow. Now you telling me right now that this boy don't know what he talk about. He put his asshole in the air to demonstrate what he had to go through ever since he was young in Hollywood. And he said, I'm not going to let y'all butter my biscuit no more. Orlando Brown is standing up with his tasty cakes held high. And he's going to march in Diddy Glover's freak off trial. And he's going to tell on all you motherfuckers in Hollywood. You Clive Davis, them shitty diapers. We're going to get that whole pack of Pampers. That whole pack of freak off Pampers that you got in your freak off closet. We don't give a fuck. It's getting funky at Diddy's trial like nursing home hallways. I'm so glad that Orlando Brown is stepping up, letting them know y'all not going to molest me anymore.
They want to play with themselves. Oh, well, he's talking to code. No, nigga. I said I'm not giving my asshole up. That's not a code. Ain't no code to that. I'm not bending on even no couches. Y'all niggas ain't running up my asshole. Ain't no studio for me to go get ripped and be looking like somebody's funny.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. None of that shit. And since I can get on Pornhub and identify who the fuck is getting, that's the problem. Stop getting Pornhub.
Wow. Now y'all pay attention to what he just demonstrated. He said because he can identify who's getting fucked on Pornhub. Now, if you think about all the freak-offs that Diddy Glover was having during survival, with all the baby oil and all the men that he watched, all the men he was sitting there jerking his Roku remote as they were clapping Cassie's and Jane Ho's cheeks during survival, and it looked like it was a porn. The way they described Diddy Glover's freak-offs, the way they described his freak-offs, it all sounded like porn during survival. So he knew that they were being recorded. He knew who was being fucked and who were sucking and making wieners disappear. Pure survival.
Asshole, ain't no studio for me to go get ripped and be looking like somebody's funny. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. None of that shit. And since I can get on Pornhub and identify who the fuck is getting, that's the problem. Stop getting Pornhub.
Wow.
Period. This shit gonna hurt. Yeah. When you see your mama get bent over, when you see your aunties when you see your daddy getting dick in his mouth. This shit real.
And he said that this shit is real. If he had to watch his dad making Diddy or Ray J's wiener disappear, imagine how heart-wrenching that had to be. Look at his face. I knew he was telling the truth. Ain't no way he making a face like that. If he said he had to watch his dad with a dingling in his mouth. Pure survival. This is the Hollywood ritual stuff. This is what they do. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't feel bad for all of the parents, because I feel like the parents was trying to sell their soul. The parents was selling the kid's soul and their soul for a freak-off jelly roll. Pure survival. So he had to watch his dad give somebody head because he was trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? Even Kanye West said, look, I gave my cousin head. They all doing these things for money. They're selling their kids. They're selling their own goddamn selves. This is crazy, guys. I mean, man, wow. Y'all got to get them likes up.
And identify who the fuck is getting. That's the problem. Stop getting Pornhub. Period. This shit gonna hurt. Yeah. When you see your mama get bent over, when you see your aunties When you see your daddy getting dick in his mouth.
Wow.
This shit real. Boy, this shit real as a mother. Boy, they after my ass. And ain't nobody playing no games.
Wow.
So let me ask you differently. What from 1 to 10, how true is everything you said in the past?
You tell me.
Is there some
you tell
jokes?
me you just paid me $5,000 to tell you a lie, nigga? You paid me $5,000 to lie to you? And what you saying?
Nah.
All right then. Everything I said is the motherfucking truth.
Wow. Everything I said is the motherfucking truth. And I believed you, Orlando, from the beginning.
You ain't my mama
like
or my daddy?
this is just crazy, man. Like, and I just feel like it's so many parents and stuff that was involved in this stuff, and they should
bullshit here, man.
They should be, you know, persecuted too.
And you asked me how much I'm gonna pay.
I feel like the parents should be persecuted too.
Shit going on, man.
Cause this is crazy. Like, this is why they be so
man,
strung
but,
out.
I was out there for a little
on drugs and everything, man.
Feel the people, smell the people.
That's just crazy, man. And it's heart wrenching. Smash that like button, y'all.
To
smash that like button.
And you know, and
that life changing for you.
Puff, bro. It was.
And when he started sleeping with Diddy, right? When they started to have their affair, he started talking about that too. This shit crazy.
Diddy gave you ooshwash?
Man, it was a night of great slip and sliding. It was a night of great slip and sliding.
And how can he describe that Diddy, he had a great night of slipping slidey-dum during survival? So we found out that Diddy had pounds and pounds of baby oil, pure survival. Before that came out, Orlando Brown been talking about it was like a freak off water park, like very, very slippy and slippery, and slid right inside of Diddy Glover's freak off bed, pure survival, and just woke up buck ass naked with him next to you saying, "You like that, daddy?" You know what I mean? A great night of slippy slidey dum. So he been knew what Diddy was doing. You know what I mean? But I think that they turned him out though, to where Orlando Brown at some point became attracted to what was happening. And I don't think it was his fault because he was a minor. Oh my God. Let's get them likes up to 400.
You need to come clean, man.
Is it true Diddy gave you ooshwash?
Man, it was a night of great slip and sliding.
Wow.
It was a night of great slip and sliding. Okay?
A lot of baby oil?
No. A lot of spit.
Oh wow. So he didn't do the baby oil on Orlando Brown. Okay, I'm sorry for stopping it, y'all, but because we got to work through this together. Pure survival. It was a lot of slip and slidey them. I don't know if that's the Astro Glide or something, and a whole lot of spit is what he said. So he didn't give him the baby oil. He gave him the Astro Glide and a whole lot of spit from what Orlando Brown is saying, like a whole lot of spit.
It was a night of great slip and sliding. It was a night of great slip and sliding. Okay?
A lot of baby oil?
No. A lot of spit. A lot of spit where I come from, brother. Okay? A lot of spit. Nigga, I'm trying to teach you niggas some shit. Long time ago. Okay? Yeah, it was a lot. He was slipping on my tongue.
Wow. And that's sad. That's sad. Wow. So eventually Diddy started to turn him out, and he said Diddy was sliding on his tongue. And y'all got to understand that's a lot of trauma. Like, he was a kid though. You know what I mean? And I think he did the same thing to Justin Bieber when it became consensual as when they got older. But Orlando Brown didn't realize that he took advantage of you. I know he knows now, but now you taking your tongue and eating Diddy Glover's booty like groceries. Man, this is just wild, y'all. Y'all got to get them lights up, man.
A lot of spit. Nigga, I'm trying to teach you niggas some shit. Long time ago. Okay? Yeah, it was a lot. He was slipping on my tongue. Like this, slipping and sliding.
Did he ever reach out to you about that? After that went
Nah,
viral?
he be laughing about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing about it is like, you know, like it's not it's not funny to anybody but us. Everybody is like they're laughing shit, but it's not really like it's funny to us though. Like that's cute and shit. But if it was a problem, nigga, I'd have got held. I'd have got dealt with. Just like everybody.
Wow. So he's saying that when he started to come forth and tell us about the Oshkosh Goulash and tell us about Diddy clapping his cheeks, he said Diddy, if Diddy had a problem with him telling that secret, he would have got dealt with, saying that they would have unalived him. So I don't know if Diddy had so much going on that he was like, all right, if I unalive him, but I got all this shit coming, these cases and stuff like that. That's probably the only thing that saved Orlando Brown's life. You know what I'm saying? For him trying to tell us everything. Y'all got to get them likes up.
Everybody is like they're laughing shit, but it's really like it's funny to us though. Like that's cute and shit. But if it was a problem, nigga, I'd have got held. I'd have got dealt with, just like everybody else. I'd have got dealt with if it was a big problem. But it's funny though, you know, because how else am I supposed to express somebody in their downtime being beautiful? And I have an eye, like I told you, I asked God for sight. You know what I'm saying? So if I know that, let's say if I know that Beyonce or no, let's say Janet Jackson is Diddy. Let's just say Janet Jackson is the real Diddy, right?
And I'ma tell y'all, this part is very deep. Now, when I first heard him say this, I'm thinking, what the hell? Janet Jackson is Diddy? But I found out in Orlando Brown's documentary during Survival, or whatever it is, he was talking about how Janet Jackson was his favorite, was the love of his life growing up, pure survival. So he identifies with Diddy as being the love of his life. That's why he called Diddy Janet Jackson, pure survival. So you know he had Orlando Brown turned out. Anytime the love of your life, you identify with this man, that's crazy.
Yeah, if I know that Beyonce or no, let's say Janet Jackson is Diddy. Let's just say Janet Jackson is the real Diddy, right? Which she is. And so the things that Janet has on people because of her sexuality, and I'm able to identify her in her downtime as Janet Jackson, but I also know that she's Diddy. It's kind of crazy for people to not understand that themselves.
And I understand it, Orlando Brown. I understand it. Just did you notice how he just said that? He said, and Janet Jackson have things on people. Like y'all know about the tapes, the freak off tapes, and now the celebrities are starting to come out. He's saying that Janet Jackson have these things on people. And he's using it as Diddy. Like, yo, that's crazy.
She is. And so the things that Janet has on people because of her sexuality, and I'm able to identify her in her downtime.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Because of her sexuality. Now think about that. Because of Diddy's sexuality, but he's calling her Janet Jackson. Diddy, Janet Jackson, and Janet Jackson, which is Diddy, held these tapes over people's head to hide his sexuality. But Orlando Brown is saying, I know Diddy's sexuality. Pure the Bible. He gave me the Oshkosh motherfucker goulash. Y'all got to get them likes up to 500. This is wow.
Beyonce, or no, let's say Janet Jackson is Diddy. Let's just say Janet Jackson is the real Diddy, right? Which she is. And so the things that Janet has on people because of her sexuality, and I'm able to identify her in her downtime as Janet Jackson, but I also know that she's Diddy. It's kind of crazy for people to not understand that themselves.
Wow.
You think at that level, she has one level of life? You're naive. You're very naive, and you don't understand how much we've evolved as a people. When you go look for somebody to marry, you don't find them by looking for what they have, seek ye first the heart of the person, and everything else shall follow.
Wow. Now pay attention to that. Orlando Brown is dropping jewels, y'all. You have to read between what he was saying. Seek ye and you shall find love. So basically what he was saying is all of Diddy's ex freak off girlfriends, pure survival, that I'm not going to lie. If you're a grown woman and you stayed with Diddy Glover, pure survival, knowing that Diddy Glover was, you wanted him to pay your bills, you knew that he had this secret sexuality lifestyle, he wanted you to live out his fantasies. How can you play like you a victim, pure survival, when you wanted to be with that man for money? We know Diddy is a demon, but I don't feel like all of them people were victims, and I feel like he's speaking on that right there. You know what I mean? He's saying pretty much, if you wanted to be with him for his money, you know what I'm saying? This is the consequences. Yo, that is crazy. I feel like he was talking about selling your soul right there. Let's get them likes up to 500. Y'all help me out with this, because it sounds just like that's what he's trying to say.
You're naive. You're very naive, and you don't understand how much we've evolved as a people. When you go look for somebody to marry, you don't find them by looking for what they have. Seek ye first the heart of the person, and everything else shall follow.
See, right there. You don't find them for the money. You know what I mean? Seek ye, you gotta find it in your heart. Now you remember Jane Ho was talking about she wanted Diddy to marry her. Cassie wanted Diddy to marry her. All of them, but they all wanted the money. Pure survival. That's what he's talking about with them people selling their souls. This is crazy.
You're naive. You're very naive, and you don't understand how much we've evolved as a people. When you go look for somebody to marry, you don't find them by looking for what they have. Seek ye first the heart of the person, and everything else shall follow.
Wow.
Seek ye first the heart of the person, and everything else shall follow.
Deep.
They looking for money. They looking for that sex. They looking for that $1 million jet, the $1 million cars and shit.
Wow. Everybody get them likes up to 500 for that. Get them likes up to 500 in the building. Orlando Brown just, and if he say that in court, oh, Ray J, he gonna tell on you too, pure survival. But I hope he says this in court. He just said the dumb people that wanted to be with Diddy, they all wanted that money, they wanted that fame, they wanted that $10,000 motherfucker a month, pure survival, when a lot of us, out of 1,300 people in the building, if we gotta go hard for ours, we can't just go fucking suck, pure survival, and sell our soul. I wouldn't want to do no shit like that. For Diddy to pay my motherfucking bills and da-da-da. I'd rather be broke, laying in the trash can, before I have these people urinate all in my eyes and face and ears and nose. These people wanted that. And Orlando Brown is Orlando Brown. When they kept thinking that you was crazy, Orlando, I kept faith. I kept faith during survival. I knew that this boy wasn't crazy. He was 13, 12, 6 years old in Hollywood. Let's get them likes up to 500, y'all. Like, for real, we got to do this because Hollywood needs to be... all of them people need to go down. Not just Diddy Glover, pure survival.
Shall follow. They looking for money. They looking for that sex. They looking for that $1 million jet, the $1 million cars and shit. They're not looking for no Janet Jackson, nigga. Brother, if they was looking for Janet Jackson, she would be happy. She wouldn't have the whole world on her head right now, which is why she's in trouble. Nigga, ain't nobody trying to kill Orlando.
Speaking in all different kind of ways. That's crazy.
The real Diddy.
Because, nigga, that's what I said, and I meant it, and it's the truth. You're not Diddy, nigga. You just trying to fuck up shit because, nigga, she won't kill me.
Wow.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, you're the nigga that was like, we're the party people. That's the only way out tonight. That's you gonna need a thumb down, and just enjoy.
And when he just bust out, in the whole Michael Jackson stance, y'all gotta understand. I feel like he was releasing himself, and then Michael came inside of him. Like, man, we got to really pay attention to this stuff, man.
Night and day, living crazy. That's the only way out tonight. I should get a little down, and just enjoy yourself. Yeah. That's you, cuz. Yeah. It's not so bad at all. If you live it up,
That's me.
living off the wall. Yeah, nigga, that's you.
Living off the wall. And that's why I feel like Orlando Brown spoke about these affairs, you know what I'm saying, so strongly, man. Ray J, I'm telling you, Orlando Brown is going to set this roof on fire. He's very passionate about what he's saying.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag.
Wow. Smash that like button, everybody. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe Orlando Brown. It's just deep. He said, you sold Whitney the death bag. That is crazy. If he say this in court, and then the fact that his mom told him not to be getting him high, 13 years old. Ray J, it's so much more that you probably know that Orlando Brown know about you, and you was hoping that this boy would not come out. And he was speaking so many interviews, saying things, so you knew that this shit was about to hit the fan, y'all. Everybody, let's get them likes up, man. This is wild.
Also, what Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Wow. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man.
The dope man for Diddy and Cassie. Ray J, man, these rumors been going on for a long time. The dope man for Diddy and Cassie. Man, that's crazy.
You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I should see the preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the Kingpin. Oh, are you the Kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself. Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, why would you say you want to go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J?
I know Ray J somewhere scared as hell. He's like, why would you further incriminate yourself? That is further incriminating yourself, Ray J. If you out there talking about you the dope man and all of that stuff like that, and then you got these people like you were supplying stuff for Diddy and this Whitney Houston thing, man, Orlando Brown been saying that Diddy was passing him around, whole bunch of celebrities clapping his cheeks. This boy wasn't saying this stuff for no reason.
Love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes. Yo, Diddy, you gave me the Oshkosh Goulash. You gave me the Oshkosh Goulash, the Swoosh. Diddy, yeah, son. I mean, man, look. I love Diddy, bro. Like, I'm a big Puffy fan, bro, and like the way he boss up, the way he the way he do things, bro. Oshkosh Goulash, diggity doomash.
Oshkosh Goulash, diggity doomash. The way he boss up on people, the way he, like, do you hear that? And then imagine if you 13, 12, 10 years old and you looking up to Diddy and you one of them little kids and shit. Orlando Brown is mentally, like, I feel like he got way better, but he was traumatized and mentally, like, Diddy had a hold on this boy, and now he finally breaking free.
Like, the way he boss up, the way he the way he do things, bro. Oshkosh Goulash, diggity doomash. So Orlando Brown is back in the spotlight, dropping some new bombshells about Diddy. And it looks like he's got the receipt to prove that Diddy passed him around to different industry rappers. Now, we all know Orlando has been in the headlines a lot lately, and not for the right reasons. But looking back at how a lot of the things Orlando said are now turning out to be true, some people are saying Orlando is not as crazy as people paint him to be. In fact,
Exactly, because a lot of stuff that boy was saying at this time all came true. He spoke about baby oil, all types of shit before. And that's when people were thinking he was crazy, but it all came true.
but looking back at how a lot of the things Orlando said are now turning out to be true, some people are saying Orlando is not as crazy as people paint him to be. In fact, maybe Jaguar Wright was onto something when she said that Orlando has to pretend he's crazy to protect himself.
Why wouldn't it work for Whitney to play crazy? Why wouldn't it work?
Hey.
The Oshkosh Goulash. Orlando's brilliant.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all spent time with him.
We did. Yeah.
He's highly intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine what it's been like to wear this
Just
character
like it was
for this
when he
long.
was sitting on the couch with Ellen talking about Whitney Houston.
Everything he does is a character. Actually, what he does online is the best acting he does.
So Orlando Brown's been highly intelligent, y'all. Like, so when people was thinking that boy was slow or something was wrong, no, this was the way he was acting to get his message out, man. Like, shout out to Orlando Brown. Everybody, let's get them likes up to 900 to 1,000, man. Shout out for Orlando Brown with having the the courage. Finally, man.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
So anyway, Orlando is now claiming that Diddy made him sleep with different rappers. And yes, he's naming names. Now, before you roll your eyes, keep in mind that while Orlando has had his ups and downs, his willingness to speak about the dark side of the industry is something we can't overlook. He's been vocal about his struggles in the past. So what if he's finally ready to share the real story? And since this is Diddy we're talking about, I mean, we can't really put anything past him at this point. So let me break down for you everything Orlando revealed.
Shout out to Stacy Gloria. Hit that super chat. Pure the Bible. Stacy Gloria said, Oshkosh Goulash Moulash. Wait, did I spell it right? I don't even know. Pure the Bible. I don't know how to do the Oshkosh Goulash, and I don't know how to spell it. Pure the Bible. It looked like it was spelled right to me. But Orlando Brown was talking about them Hollywood rituals. We know that Ray J know about them rituals.
And who exactly are the rappers involved? And why aren't they rushing to deny Orlando's claims?
So, you ever heard of Panda? Like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda Panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, it's so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal. You can turn a person into whatever you want them to be. If you
Wow. See? That is the ritual stuff. When he first said that they take a panda and stick it inside of your rear rim, pure survival, it was far-fetched to me. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about panda and all this, but it's some kind of Hollywood thing. They got the ugliest panda bears, scary, spooky looking panda bears that they lay around the goddamn room, pure survival, and they sit around and meditate with these black demonic things on their head, and it's like red, and y'all know Diddy like red. Come to find out, Orlando Brown was telling the truth. This is crazy.
Panda, like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda is a secret code for a certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, it's so. What it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal. You can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down.
So Orlando Brown is back at it again, spilling some of the darkest secrets about the music and movie industry. And this time, he's naming names. So according to Orlando, Diddy is allegedly part of a way bigger, more sinister pack of DL predators running around Hollywood and preying on young up-and-coming entertainers. Now, before we get into what...
Preying on young up-and-coming entertainers. What do you know about that, Ray J? Pure survival. What do you know about that? I think you know a lot about it, you know?
Orlando claims Diddy and other rappers allegedly did to him. Let me remind you what this celebrity medium Sloan Bella said about this rumored Hollywood predator cult. So months before Cassie exposed to Diddy, Sloan Bella predicted that Diddy's downfall would happen in 2021. And she also talked about these alleged energy harvesting rituals where powerful men do unspeakable things to young people. And according to Sloan, Diddy's ex Kim Porter supposedly witnessed some disturbing rituals at Diddy's infamous parties and was alleged.
And I still believe that. I believe Kim Porter saw some crazy ritual shit and she wanted to get away with it. I mean, she wanted to get away from it during survival and speak out. And she mysteriously, you know what I'm talking about? I still don't think that Diddy's innocent from that. Pure survival. If he was on trial for that right now, I'm guilty. That's just my belief. You know what I'm saying? But this is deep, man.
Powerful men do unspeakable things to young people. And according to Sloan, Diddy's ex Kim Porter supposedly witnessed some disturbing rituals at Diddy's infamous parties and was allegedly planning to spill all the tea in her book before her suspicious death in 2018. By the way, Sloan Bella also mentioned Justin Bieber as one of the young artists who was most likely targeted for these energy harvesting rituals.
The fact that they think that P. Diddy is on some kind of spree for removing people who speak about this because he's gay, that is not the issue. I want you to hear me. That's one thing, and he may have his own shame about that, and it may be culturally not right for him, whatever. Get in line in society. That is not what this is. It's not a book about him being gay. There are gay people, but what we're talking about here is ritualistic.
Wow. Shout out to Sloan Bella. That lady is a psychic during survival. And she's very, very good at calling out shit. Because she was saying this way before they got Diddy Glover got locked up. She was talking about the Hollywood rituals and them sacrificing and taking these young people's souls. Like I said, it was hard, it was far-fetched for me to believe. But if you see how crazy Justin Bieber looking and running around pure survival, how his mind... And then Justin Bieber people allegedly came out and said, "Oh, Diddy never did nothing to him." Come on, man. Those are things that I'll never not believe. There's no way you're gonna convince me that Diddy didn't do nothing to them young people. You know what I mean? And turn them out. And it's tearing they minds, bodies, and souls, and they using drugs to try to cope with the shit. This is wild.
Suspicious death in 2018. By the way, Sloan Bella also mentioned Justin Bieber as one of the young artists who was most likely targeted for these energy harvesting rituals.
The fact that they think that P. Diddy is on some kind of spree for removing people who speak about this because he's gay, that is not the issue. I want you to hear me. That's one thing, and he may have his own shame about that, and it may be culturally not right for him, whatever. Get in line in society. That is not what this is. It's not a book about him being gay. There are gay people, but what we're talking about here is ritualistic sexual deviancy used to harness energy of a human being. We are being harnessed, not me, not you, but the people that he's dealing with, and she became privy to this. She witnessed this. That is what we are talking about. We are talking about the ritualizing sexist aggression directed at young children, mainly male, in order to harness their energy.
Wow, in order to harness their energy, man. I'm not even going, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, shout out to Orlando Brown, man. Allegedly, the boy is going to testify. He's saying Ray J is going to go to Diddy's trial, buck ass naked. I don't know how that's going to work for him. Pure survival. If he's going to be in the rain, dancing around like if I had one wish, you know what I mean? But if we had one wish, Ray J, we would have Whitney Houston back during survival. I don't know if you did it or not, but allegedly your name been tied in this for a long time. You know what I mean? And my heart goes out to the victims out there, you know, everybody who passed. And shout out to Orlando Brown for having the courage, you know what I mean, to stand up and not be afraid during survival and not be afraid.
What Ray J doesn't understand is he was wrong for letting me come over his house when I was 13 and smoke weed against my mother's permission. Come on, Ray J. You are the dope man. You sold Whitney the death bag. Come on, man. You the dope man. You was the dope man for Diddy and Cassie. You the dope man. You know, you the dope man. and then you got the audacity to sit there on your whatever that is. I guess I should see the preview of it. Tell my son, I'm the Kingpin. Oh, are you the Kingpin? Let me know. Just go ahead and further incriminate yourself. Why would you say you're gonna go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, why would you say you want to go to the courthouse butt naked, Ray J? Ray J, you saying stuff like that so it can be inadmissible in court. You understand? Your dog is cute.
You look like you want to play on that's
But, you know, you got to be very, very careful with, you know, how you play, Ray J. You just saying that kind of stuff so you can be found inadmissible in court. Okay? That's all you know, you want to be inadmissible in court. You want to be deemed uncredible as a witness. So you're saying things like, oh, I'm going to go show up butt naked and I was the Kingpin. But if you're saying somebody told you right, because I'm a nigga with money, so somebody advised you right. They told you to do the Orlando Brown.
Wow. Orlando Brown is telling on that man. Shout out to Orlando Brown for having the courage. You know what I mean? We've been waiting for this for the longest. You see Kanye West then showed up to Diddy's trial. I think Kanye may come back tomorrow because he didn't get a chance to go and do whatever he want to do. If Kanye West does an outburst inside of the courthouse, I want y'all to be first to say, Jamil, Mr. I Am Comedy told y'all so. Pure survival. I think Kanye West may do an outburst inside the court, downtown New York City, Manhattan. I think he's going to do that because Kanye West wanted to do an outburst the first time. Why would he come in a Klansman outfit on, pure survival, with his Michael Myers boots? And he kept driving around the block, spinning the block, him and his little freak-off mermaid, Bianca, pure survival. Bianca was probably going to come in there buck-ass naked. The same thing that he did at the Grammy, what was it, the Grammys, right? And he stood there and let Bianca get buck-ass naked. Kanye West wanted to do some kind of publicity stunt type of thing outside of Diddy's trial to try to throw this shit off. But at first, remember I said that Kanye said he has evidence to prove Diddy's innocence. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like digging a deeper hole for Kanye West, pure survival, because I think they're going to come for him next. So if this is what they say, it could be, you know, a takedown or let's take down a black rich celebrity, whatever the case may be. Kanye West, if I was you, I'd be quiet like Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z know that he wasn't innocent, pure survival. Him and that weird-ass hairstyle, he's somewhere drunk in love and making sure he stay quiet, pure survival, because he's scared as hell. But like I said, I do give Kanye West some kind of credit that out of all those people that partied with Diddy Glover, that was at the freak-off dungeons with Diddy Glover, that was getting hugged from the back, all on these pictures and on stage and everything we seen Diddy with a whole bunch of people, right? So you would have thought there would have been so many other celebrities that would have showed up. At least be like, you know what I'm saying? Then Diddy was kind of a nice guy, pure the Bible. He let me in his party for free. He sent the bottle over to my table. It's like, either everybody just know, hold on, Diddy was an evil motherfucker, or they couldn't wait for him to go down, or they just afraid of what the hell they know that they were doing allegedly with that man. You know what I'm saying? It's like every man for himself in Hollywood, pure survival. That's what I get to see. If I ever was in Hollywood, I don't want no Hollywood motherfucker friends. Pure survival. We will be associates. You know what I'm saying? If we doing work together or some shit, we doing a movie, we doing it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to be no friend, because you see when the shit really hit the fan, you know what I'm saying? Because in the real world, some people, they don't even care if you being accused of these things. Long as you ain't being accused of child molestation, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that, murdering some innocent people, whatever, people will still come to court for you. You know what I mean? If these are just 3 scorned girlfriends, pure survival, and just mad because Diddy wouldn't marry them, why wouldn't you go to court to support the man? You know what I'm saying? If he was really your friend. You know, this had to been more stuff that has not came to surface with the other celebrities that was involved. That's why they said Jane Doe, a.k.a. 50 Cent, alleged baby mom, pure survival, Jackie Chan's alleged daughter, she said that she was with a celebrity, a real big celebrity, and his wife. We already know that that was Kanye West, pure survival. Kanye West said, hell no, I'm going to tell my own story, but I'm going to do some kind of outburst, some kind of crazy thing that's going to go viral. He see how he went viral just coming in there dressed in like, not in a Klan's outfit or looking, because y'all know he look crazy. Anytime you see Kanye West, you're like, do this man got $1 million? I mean, $1 billion? Or is he homeless? No disrespect to the homeless people, but Kanye West dressed like that. Like he ain't got a dime in his motherfucking pocket. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to even dress nice just to get in the courthouse to do something crazy. So I'm letting people know, I still believe Kanye West might come tomorrow. They got Diddy's drug mule, pure survival. Remember the white boy? The little basketball player, looked like he played in the movie Revenge of the Nerds. I knew when they said that they didn't charge him with nothing, pure survival, I knew he was singing and telling on Diddy. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a couple of hamburgers, some french fries, and a Mick motherfucking flurry, and he told everything in that goddamn interrogation room, pure survival. But tell me why, Ray J, what's up with the drug mule thing? Orlando Brown know what he talk about. We got a week and a half, maybe 2 at the max, of Diddy Glover's trial. I think this is the last week, and the week following, maybe somewhere in the middle. I feel like it's going to be a bunch of crazy stuff happening in Diddy's trial that's going to blow our mind, pure survival. So we want to keep our eyes close to that during survival.